Welcome guys back to another video on the channel. We are doing another episode of Arsenal Transfer News Daily. We are going to be talking about some quite surprising news as William Saliba has been linked with a move away on loan to Rennes. Obviously hasn't featured this season for Arsenal. We're going to have the latest on Aouar as PSG are reportedly plotting a late bid, and Mikel Arteta has spoken about him. We'll look at Mikel Arteta's quotes later on when we look at his press conference reaction, where we are going to be looking at his press conference. After the transfer window finishes, I'm thinking of doing a whole separate video for his press conference just to give you my insights on that. But first of all, I actually want to touch on PSG's interest. Now, L'Equipe yesterday were reporting, I'll give my exact quote, the exact quotes of that in a bit, but L'Equipe are reporting, Get French Football News, that apparently the president of PSG has been in contact with Lyon and now his entourage about a possible deal. Now, PSG talks for Aouar this week per L'Equipe. Monday, a phone call was between El Khalifi and Aulas, and on Tuesday, in-person talks between El Khalifi and Aulas in Paris. And on Thursday, El Khalifi instructed Leonardo to contact Aouar's entourage. So it does look like PSG are putting in serious interest for Aouar. Now, Aouar obviously is a player we've been chasing all this summer transfer window. A lot of reports coming out of another bid that is going to come in imminently. We've heard that phrase so many times, that a bid will come in imminently, but when will that bid be? It'll be very interesting to see when that comes in. I can't tell you guys when it'll come in. We'll just have to see, when Fabrizio Romano says it or when anyone else says it, but it does look like it is going to be imminent. But now, do I think this is true with PSG? Should I be too worried? Because Aulas is that kind of president that you will use other teams as smoke screens to get the money for his player. Now, reports coming out today suggesting from Aulas that he has reduced the price tag for Aouar. Apparently, he originally wanted 60 million euros. Now he wants closer to 45 million euros. Now, this is, again, do I believe this? Because Aulas will be sticking to his price tag. He did hint when he was talking to the media a few days ago that he won't be reducing his price tag and that he could be letting go two players because they have just signed Lucas Paqueta from Milan, as I reported way before it was announced. So, yeah, I called that one, even though I did look at Fabrizio's tweet. But yeah, that is the news on PSG as they are interested in Aouar. But one key point I have to illustrate here is PSG, they want to take Aouar next summer. So what would mean is they sign Aouar, but he comes in next summer, so he has to stay in Lyon for another year with no European football. That means no Champions League, no Europa League. And then he comes in to the same league versus PSG. So again, don't think that's something Aouar would be entertained to do, like miss out on European football. Even if he goes to Arsenal, it will still be European football. There's still Europa League. It's a form of European football. And I think Aouar is, he is favouring a move abroad to Arsenal rather than stay in the same country to PSG. And I think that is something L'Equipe are reporting, and that could give Arsenal the edge over PSG, which is very surprising in my opinion. Also, there has been late interest from Juventus, who have also been in contact with his agent. Again, L'Equipe are also reporting that this could be a smokescreen for Aulas and the agents to try get a deal hurried up for Aouar to Arsenal. But again, we'll have to see. Aulas, as I said, he set a deadline of tonight. He said after tonight, no player will be leaving. And if Arsenal want to sign Aouar, a deal has to be agreed tonight. I'll be awake tonight. I'll make a separate video if Arsenal do come to an agreement with Lyon for Aouar. Later on in this video, I'll be talking about Mikel Arteta's quotes as well, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, that is the news on PSG as they look to plot a late bid for Aouar. So the next bit of news is on Lucas Torreira. Now, we have spoken about him a lot recently, but I do want to touch on him once again. Reports around Europe and Fabrizio Romano saying himself, basically saying a deal for Torreira to join Atletico Madrid has been done. It will be a loan with an option to buy. I don't know why Arsenal are doing this. I think they must have tried really hard to make an obligation to buy or try get a permanent deal for him. But Fabrizio said that Arsenal are still in talks with Aouar. We've just said that, but no agreement has been reached. Lucas Torreira will join Atletico Madrid only if Hector Herrera will leave the club, and that has been confirmed. And he also suggested that Kolasinac de Bayer Leverkusen is still on, talking about salary and personal terms. So the deal has been agreed with Arsenal, and Lucas Torreira to Atletico Madrid, the deal has basically been agreed, but now it's down to whether Atletico can raise the funds. Now, obviously, Arsenal have been linked with Thomas Partey, and that interest, will Arsenal pay his release clause on deadline day? Is it something Arsenal are looking at doing. We will look at Mikel Arteta's quotes later on, but is it something Arsenal will be looking to do? I am not too sure. I think it will just be one of Partey and Aouar. I'm kind of reluctant, not reluctant, but I'm reluctant to think that, you know, we will be signing both of them. But again, who knows with Thomas Partey? There's no negotiation involved. It's the release clause or nothing. Atleti have said that always from the start. But with Lucas Torreira, he's always wanted to move out of the club this summer. A lot of clubs in Italy have been interested. Torino, Fiorentina. Loan offers with an optional obligation to buy. I think Arsenal should have gone on that, but Torreira wanted to go to Atletico Madrid, the bigger club, and Diego Simeone also called him. That's been the developments of that. And then Arsenal have Atletico Madrid, their intermediaries, have spoken about a potential deal, and apparently a deal has been agreed with a loan for an option to buy. But again, if they sell Hector Herrera, Atletico Madrid, then they will go ahead and sign Lucas Torreira. We do need to get him out the door before the end of this window, so it'll be very interesting to see if we do so. So that is the news on Lucas Torreira as he basically leaves Arsenal for Atletico Madrid, but the deal will only be done if they get rid of one of their players. Next bit of news is on William Saliba. Quite surprising news, as I said at the very start of this video, and that he has been linked with the loan move away to Stade Rennais. Now they are in France, the same league he has come from, and ever since he's come back from his loan deal from Saint Etienne, obviously signed him last summer for around 30 million euros. So he actually spent a lot of money. And his former counterpart Wesley Fofana has now joined Leicester City, obviously, and it looks like he's going to be a big player for them. But it looks like William Saliba isn't in the minds of Mikel Arteta, as he's not been in any of the squads, even in the Carabao Cup game against Liverpool, which we did win on penalties. He hasn't been involved, William Saliba. So again, is Mikel Arteta thinking maybe we could let him go on loan? Is this a possibility that Arsenal are considering? Is Mikel Arteta considering? Because Saliba apparently, we are going to look at this press conference, but he suggested that he's been a very difficult year. He's had lots of injuries. Apparently he lost his mother as well. So it's been very difficult mentally and physically for William Saliba. So maybe he is taking time to adapt to a new country, to a new language, and hopefully the players around him are helping him. But obviously it's going to be difficult for such a player to adapt so quickly. And William Saliba, in terms of my opinion, will I be open to let him go on a loan deal? I wouldn't, because I think there's a good possibility, we could be playing him in these Europa League games. Now, the Europa League draw has been made. We've drawn Rapid Vienna, Molde, and what was the other one? Dundalk from Scotland. And I think that's a perfect opportunity to playing William Saliba. That's what, 6 games? Six games? That could be a good 6 games for Saliba to get into the groove for playing for Arsenal, and I think it could give him a lot of confidence as well. So I would keep him at the club, and maybe Arteta would make a U-turn on his decision to keep him, because obviously of these games, they're so easy. I'm not going to jinx or anything, but come on, we're going to win these games. And that is my opinion on William Saliba. I wouldn't let him go on loan. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Would you let William Saliba go out on loan? Apparently talks are going on right now between Arsenal and Stade Rennais to reach an agreement. So it does look like Mikel Arteta would be open to let him go. So that is the news on William Saliba, as Arsenal reportedly looking to get him out of the club on a loan premise to Rennais. So we will be looking at Mikel Arteta's press conference ahead of the game against Sheffield United and after the Carabao Cup win against Arsenal. This does include some match news, a bit of just general news, and including transfer news. We're looking at the quotes about Houssem Aouar. So first of all, he was asked on how pleased he is with the first 5 games. He said, started the season strongly in terms of results, and when we analysed the teams we played, it was a big challenge. Played Liverpool 3 times in the last 8 weeks or something. So to come out of that situation, we're in a good moment. And it's just a few games, and the most difficult thing is to find consistency every 3 games and keep performing. And moving on, he was asked about Bukayo Saka. He said he's always pushing in every training, he's pushing in every game, he's pushing in the way he conducts himself. First of all, we're delighted for him. I think he completely deserved the chance to represent his country, and he just needs to keep doing what he's doing and he'll keep evolving. And this is the most important bit. He was asked on links to Houssem Aouar, and he said, well, I'm very confident in what we are trying to do internally. I am getting clarity and support from everybody at the club to try and improve the team if we can, but most importantly as well, to try and get the right balance in the squad. For now and the way we want to evolve the squad in the future, we are all very much aligned, but I'm afraid I cannot give any update on news. So basically he's confirming that Aouar is linked. He said he's very confident, so maybe we can strike a deal for him, and to me that is very positive news. He's also asked on Lucas Torreira. He said that I'll give you an update with any player when we have an update to give. At the moment, unfortunately, there is nothing concrete for any player. He was asked on William Saliba. He said, well, as I explained, the difficult year that the player had and the plan that we had for him for the transition year we could not achieve. We are looking at different options to try have the best possible development for the player and to protect our intentions with William for the future. We want to be both aligned and make the best decision for now and the future. He was asked on the importance of the next few days in the window. He said, yeah, I think it's a crucial moment because in the end it defines the people, the players, the balance and the quality that you're going to have for the rest of the season. We need to make some decisions in the next 3 days. I think everything has been delayed so much, not just us, but probably every team because of the context that we're in at the moment. We'll try and make the best possible decisions, and at the end, what we have, we'll go fully convinced and prepared to have a good season. And on player morale, if sales are made before the window, he's basically said, I don't know. I'm not going to say much more than that because he kind of waffled in that bit. And also reacting to on drawing Manchester City in the quarterfinals, he said, I always enjoyed winning a really difficult match and being at Anfield twice, and after 5 minutes we got the draw against Man City. We've had some tough opponents from day one, playing Leicester away as well. We have to go through the competition and play the big teams. This time we're going to be at home. We know the challenge, but we will be prepared. And he said on not discussing transfers and Mesut Ozil's future, he said that I hate the transfer window. It's not that I hate the transfer window. I think it's completely necessary, but obviously he's kind of waffled. I'm not going to talk much more about that. And he said, on if there was no blame if we didn't sign someone, then it's because we can't do more. We are trying our maximum, maximizing our resources with full support from the owners for what we are trying to achieve. It's just whether we can do it or not. Believe me, we will try our best. We will try to give our players the best possible environment and the best possible coaching and have them believing that we can achieve what we want to do. And if it will be 1 player, 2 players or 2 players less, we'll keep doing the same. And yeah, that is it for the press conference reaction. That is what Mikel Arteta has had to say for Houssem Aouar, Torreira and William Saliba. So thank you guys so much for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.